I did hear you once say you didn't know what improv was until you had to improv with probably one of the greatest actors in the world.
Yeah.
So tell me that story, because I find that, like, that's the definition of coming to this town and, like, hustling your way into something and then having to figure it out and take a risk.
There was a scene, it was, again, one of our first days at the Standard Hotel, where it's right before the
on
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and it's right before the spider scene. Robert looked at me right before we walked in, and he had gum. He decided, he's like, who's got gum or who's got something? And he was like, okay, we're gonna improv this. And I was like, what? He's like, we're gonna improv this scene. And I was like, I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, what are you talking about? We're gonna improv this scene. He was like, it means we're not gonna say the words on the page. We're not gonna say the words, like, we're not gonna say, like, Shane's words. And I was like, oh, okay. And we walked and
what are you thinking? Are you thinking there's an alternate script that he has?
I am absolutely, I have no idea what to think, but my heart is racing a mile a minute. And I don't know if we even used some of it, but it was like the stick of gums, or we're shooting this, and I don't know about this, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I just did it. It's like you just jump off the deep end and you follow your lead, and he's my lead, and you trust him. And I trusted him, obviously, implicitly. He encouraged me every single day. He was so supportive and complimentary and just said, keep doing whatever you're doing. But that was a moment of, like, complete and utter, like, fear of just, I had no idea. And still, to this day, if somebody says, let's improv, and you do it on every film, it's a great tool to use as well. I'm like, oh, God, now I have to be clever. You know, it's like, oh, gosh.